Hello everyone, I'm Cadet Jacob Garcia. I'm a senior at Texas Tech University. I'm also a MS4 in the Red Raider Battalion. A little bit more about myself. I'm from Houston, born and raised from Houston, Texas. I went to and I graduated from Energy Institute High School. I was actually the first class to graduate from Energy Institute, class of 2017. And after during my senior year, I applied and was successfully admitted to Texas Tech University. Going along those, how I formally joined the Army ROTC. It was a week before class actually started, and I saw there was spots open for Army ROTC, and I decided why not. I didn't even know what really Army ROTC was. I actually thought ROTC was only for high school. That's the JROTC program for high schools, and I didn't have ROTC program in high school, so I wanted to do something along those lines. And a week before classes started, I signed up for ROTC, and it was one of the best decisions of my life for sure. It was very eye opening of knowing what Army ROTC is. Army ROTC is basically a source for the Army to commission second lieutenants in the Army. And this is typically done through traditionally through your MS1 through MS4 year or your freshman and senior year. That's the time that's dedicated to train cadets into becoming successful second lieutenants in the Army, so on and so forth. More about myself. I'm a history major, so I already had like that awe of the United States Army, like the history of the Army. So I had that knowledge going in, but I didn't know like I would say the function of the Army, the functions of what happens in the Army, so on and so forth. So it was an eye-opening experience of getting to know like what is done in the Army, like tactics, stuff like that, traditions, drill ceremony, stuff like that. So it was really eye-opening, but in a good way, in a positive way, because I got to know more about the United States Army, and the more I knew about it, the more I fell in love with it. I mean, and I'm learning something new about the Army each day. It's progressive knowledge of the Army. Once, if you're a cadet, you just learn more about the Army every single day, and that just helps your knowledge, your holistic view of the Army and the functions in the Army, so on and so forth. So a little bit more of what I will be doing in the Army. I've actually filed for and successfully received an education delay for the JAG Corps. So the JAG Corps is a specialty branch in the Army where where Army lawyers function as. More on that. You can get an education delay for a variety of things. You can get an education delay for, like I said, for law school, for medical school, for dental school, for religious school. And the education delays are basically a promise to the Army to go to the specialty schools upon successful completion of those specialty schools, you'll apply to those specialty branches, and more likely than not, you'll receive those specialty branches, and you go active duty or whatever component the Army decides to put you into those specialty branches. I'm still going to commission as an officer in this upcoming May. But I'll be attending law school, and I'll be in the IIR, the Individual Readiness Reserves, for the duration of law school, which is 3 years. And that's what will happen if you're put in the education delay for those specialty schools. It's relating to the Army. It's just, like I said, it's been eye-opening, and I love every day I'm in ROTC. My typical day consists of waking up at, I want to say 5 in the morning, really 5:20, getting ready for PT, going on PT. Formations starts at 5:50, and from 5:50 to 6:50, that's when we have PT. That's from Monday to Thursday every week. And then I have my lab and class time. My lab is like where we do all the cadets get together and do really train on their tactical knowledge. That's on Wednesdays, and then my MS4, my senior class, my MS4 is done on Thursdays. So it's a lot of dedication, but it's definitely worth it because you have to train. We have to train. The Army has to train these cadets to become second lieutenants. So it's a lot of that, but like I said, in a positive atmosphere. A little bit more about ROTC, about when I first joined. It was I mean, your physical, you do have to do. We do, like I said, we have PT, physical training in the morning, from Monday through Thursday, and it was a little bit. It was a little bit driving my freshman year. I really had to push myself, and that's what your other cadets are there for. The leadership, they're there, the juniors and seniors. They really push you your MS1, MS2 year to get you to that physical standard. Of course, there's a physical standard in the Army, so you're always trying to strive to make yourself better each day, and that's how what I really love about Army ROTC. You're there to make yourself better, but in the long haul, you're making someone else better. Selfless service, you're making someone else better in that aspect. So it's always giving back to your immediate group of people that you're with. Army ROTC has provided me countless opportunities. I've done internships. I did an internship at the Army Engineering Museum at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and there I got to archive historical documents and artifacts of the Army Engineering branch. So it was I really got to apply my history majors to that. And there's a whole bunch of things that the Army Cadet Command has internships for. You can do internships for medical, criminal, computer, something along those lines. But all that, and you get to travel around the world too when you do these internships. You get to potentially travel to Korea, or Japan, or Germany, and go around the continental United States. So it's always the Army ROTC, like I said, has provided me countless experience in that realm, and it's really benefited me because I have additionally something to put on my resume in regards to that, my application of history. So it's a practical application of your major, so on and so forth. But every day it's like, it's very interesting. What I do in Army ROTC, I'm the S6, S9, so I handle the communications and the public affairs of the program. So I'm really on I handle the social media of the program, and also like the fundraising aspects of the program, some financial stuff of the program. So I'm in charge of that atmosphere, and I delegate constantly to my peers and my team, the public affairs team, and we always try to reach out to the community and also have these new ideas for social media, so on and so forth. So it's really when you get to your 4-year, really your 3-year, that's when you start working in these shops, as we call them in the Army, and like serve the functions of your ROTC unit, so on and so forth. But that's all I have for today. Like I said, Army ROTC has been a really eye-opening experience. I'm looking forward to graduating commissioning in May, and it's provided me countless opportunities. I never would have thought I would be applying to law school, and Army ROTC has opened the door for me, allowing me to go to law school and receive a higher education graduate degree. But that's all I have. Of course, as always, Reckham.